He just has a lot of, you can hear like a Jimi Hendrix influence. I feel like I've seen him talk about this openly as well. He has a very worldly feel that he kind of transcribes into his music. What's good, y'all? Mint Beats back again with another album review. Today, we'll be jumping into Unknown Mortal Orchestra's IC-02 Bogotá, released on March 28th, 2025. Admittedly, I haven't really listened to Unknown Mortal Orchestra the past several years, to be honest. I really dug their music when I was a little bit younger in college. I got to catch one of their shows in Berkeley when I was getting to see Tame Impala. Really dope set. I really like just stylistically where they're coming from. I forget the frontman's name, but he just has a lot of, you can hear like a Jimi Hendrix influence. I feel like I've seen him talk about this openly as well. He has a very worldly feel that he kind of transcribes into his music, and in this record you truly feel that. You kind of get immersed in it in a really existentially themed way. I'm glad that I'm covering this album because I wouldn't have covered this, I probably wouldn't have listened to it unless I was doing album reviews, and I wanted to kind of branch out into a different genre. I did a lot of hip hop and R&B, I guess the beginning quarter of the year, and this provided an opportunity to just go into a different genre, kind of just indulge in that space for a little bit. So anyways, in this album, it's really, again, it's existential themed. It's I believe the first 3 tracks are titled Earth, and then there's one track called Heaven 7, and then there's 3 underworld tracks, and you can definitely tell that he was going for a little bit of a spiritual thematics throughout the whole record, and it's really filled with just a lot of groove inspired records or groove inspired tracks. They're kind of loopy too, so I did enjoy several of the tracks on this record, but some of them are very worldly. So if you like music that kind of challenges yourself a little bit, kind of in that way that's a little bit psychedelic, this is definitely a record that I recommend you check out. In totality, it's really cool that he did kind of make the record in 3 different spaces, as far as like the first half being earth themed, and in the middle there's like a heaven theme. You hear it in the way that he just provides different tonality through his music, and then obviously the underworld is the latter half as well. Obviously, during these times, it's kind of hard to get away from existentialism. I really enjoyed, let me go ahead and grab my notes real quick. God damn. My favorite tracks on this record were Earth 5 and Heaven 7. Both of them are really dope, like just kind of lo-fi grooves that you could kind of get lost in. I really enjoyed actually writing and working to this music. It was cool because it kind of gets you in just like a groove, kind of like a flow state. So if you're looking for something kind of for background music and stuff like that, those records are really good for it. Honestly, top to bottom, I really enjoyed working throughout the whole album, although some tracks were a little bit more, how do you say, hard to focus because they were a little bit more sonically challenging, and some of them had darker tones to them as well. But overall, I'm gonna give this album a 7.5 out of 10. Again, it was really loopy. It was cool to get a instrumental record from UMO. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know if he's done that in the past before, but I really enjoyed it. It provided a unique opportunity for him to just kind of let his musicianship speak for itself and, you know, get really bold with his artistic vision. He's already kind of been that way from the jump. Hearing it in a different packaging and obviously it being kind of a strange synergy of like energy, it was really cool. So definitely recommend this one just to listen to once if you're someone that likes worldly music, psych worldly music, or a fan of just anything really that UMO's done. As a challenging listen, there's a lot of really great optimistic tones that were in there as well that I really like. 7.5 out of 10 for this one. Anyways, again, I'm Mint Beats, y'all. I really appreciate y'all rock with me. Sorry I've been a little MIA. I've actually been focusing a little bit more on beats and kind of just educating myself on kind of the worldly matters at hand, if you know what I'm saying. But I really appreciate y'all rocking with me. Again, tap in with me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, even though they're trying to really hide me there, so that's kind of whack. But anyways, well, that's neither here nor there. You know, all streaming platforms as well. I have music that's out that you can enjoy. You can go ahead and purchase my last tape that came out, Levels. That still should be available on Bandcamp via cassette. You can find that link in my bio. But again, appreciate you all rocking with me. Until next time, peace.